Crimson Red and Crimson Lake. I am keeping darkening the center of this rose because it's not this bright. It's very, very dark. So I'm putting it the crimson, and then I'm gonna put again the black. It does have tiny highlights, but there are a few, only like in here and in here, and maybe this one in here, a tiny one in here, and this one in here. Let's see. Let's go again with the black and deepen those, starting with this and here. Like that. Then we have this one in here. This one in here. Then we have this one in here. Let's see. Crimson Red. Okay, let's bring a tiny bit of this permanent red in there. Tiny, tiny, tiny bit of permanent red in here, and then lose that completely. Sense of depth. If we pull this like that, we give it a sense of that petal going inside there. Okay, so let's fix this other side in here, and this is light umber. Let's see, we have pale vermilion, pale vermilion. This needs to be a little bit skinnier in here, so this is the Crimson Lake. Let's put the sepia. Make that skinnier in there. And the black. Okay. This is strong highlight in there. And in here. Let's take, that was cream, and we're gonna go with Spanish orange and thin that a tiny bit. Spanish orange. Let's take some of the poppy red. This is not poppy red, this is permanent red. We have to make sure that this looks like it's the same flower. So let's finish, this one is Crimson Lake. Whoopsie daisy. Crimson Lake. And pale vermilion. Then that one. Let's put some more of the Spanish orange. A section in there. Okay, this is salmon. See, finish this in here. And light umber. I'm giving it another coat on top of all these tiny petals with the crimson lake, because it's very dark in the center. It's very dark in the center, and I had it too light. And then you can give another coat of the black if you can take it. This is permanent red. The borders of these. Permanent red, and then I have to extend these lower with salmon. But I think I already put in their other colors, so I won't be able to do that. I put pressure and I already put other colors, so it has to stay black. Thing with this is that once you apply black, you can no longer bring another color on top because black is too strong. Let's put black in here. And in here. And in here. Okay, let's find out what I'm missing in there. Okay, this is light umber. This in here is brown, and light umber is not the right color. Let's put sepia. Sepia in there. Sepia and light umber. And then we can put poppy on top of these. See, I lost where I was. Okay, poppy in here. Maybe Crimson Lake. Crimson Lake. Poppy. This is permanent red. Green. Dark purple. Dark purple. Dark purple. There's something missing in here. Okay. This is salmon. Salmon in there, and then we can tint that with permanent. This is a grayish red in here. So I'm gonna put light umber too. some light umber in the center. Permanent. I have to fix that in there. Permanent rose. Okay, let's put Carmine Red in here. This is Crimson Lake. There's like an indentation in there, and then the Salmon is connect with this one. Okay, let's say that you cannot. I think I'm making all these errors in here today so that I can show you what to do. I cannot put the highlight in there. Colored pencil artists, they use something called a gel pen, and it comes in many colors. I only have white, so I'm gonna put white, and I'm gonna put the highlight in here, and I instantly move it with a brush, and I was supposed to wet the brush. You see? I'm gonna do it again, but I'm gonna wet the brush. I want to have that pinky color that I have in there also on, and it was Permanent Red plus the green, I think it was, because this petal is a tiny bit pinkier. So Permanent in here is a tiny bit pinkier. Okay, so here it goes, the gel pen. Tiny bit, and then you can move it whatever you want to. And after this, you can also put a pencil on top. And clean your brush so that it doesn't get damaged with that gel pen. And I'm rushing in here, and that's why I'm making all these mistakes, because I want to finish this today. But I have other things, so many deadlines, so I want to finish it today. I'm going to use Crimson Lake for the bottom section. See if I can do it without rushing. Let's take the pale Vermillion and I'm going down because this is a petal, is the cup, and it is going down in here. And in the photo you cannot tell where this petal starts or where it ends. Put a tiny bit of highlight on the edge. I think I put already black in there because that's what goes in there. So if you put already black, it's not gonna take any other color. Leave the black for the end so you don't get in trouble. This is Crimson Lake. I want to show you also the Gamsol. Some artists uses brushes to maybe in that section I'm going to show you the Gamsol just so that I can show you something else. Then you're going to have a complete video, but I don't want to use Gamsol in here. Okay. So I'm going to take Gamsol, tiny bit of Gamsol, I'm going to blot it on my brush, and I'm going to show you when you have an area that doesn't want to take any more pencil, you can apply the Gamsol, and then you're going to be able to apply more pencil. And even once the Gamsol is, if the Gamsol is wet, you can apply more pencil, and you're gonna see your pencils melting in there. Okay, that's it, but I don't want to apply Gamsol in here. I'm gonna let it dry. Make sure that triangle shapes, like for example in here, gets a tiny bit of color. There's another one in here. This is dark purple. So make sure that you darken those areas like that. In here, there's one in here and one in here. There's one in here. These are the things that are going to help your piece. This is Crimson Lake. Crimson Lake in here, and maybe that one can go all the way to the dark purple. There was one petal in here, I think it was this one that has dark purple on the top. Like that. And you can put a tiny bit of dark purple in here. And this one has dark purple. I see a line in there instead of I don't like that line. That I'm seeing it's supposed to be a highlight, but it looks more like a line. Let's give it some values. Highlight it in here. See the difference? Now it has some values. This is permanent. If you give it some values, then it looks like a flip in another line. And I'm gonna make this one more deeper, like that. Cream. Okay, so let's continue. And we are missing, let's continue with this side since we already started there. This is Permanent Rose. I'm gonna see why I have that in there, but I think that is part of the other one. This one goes like this. Let's see, I think I have two petals in there. I have this one, I have this one that goes like this, and I have this one that goes like this. So I'm gonna put this Permanent Rose on this one. Make sure that we have that highlight in there, or we're gonna lose that section in there. That's the salmon. This is Crimson Lake. I'm gonna take this Permanent Rose and put a tiny bit of this Permanent Rose on top of this cast shadow. Okay, let's continue with the one that we were painting. We were painting this one with the Permanent Rose. For some reason, I left a section of the other one. Let's take sepia. Oh, this is light umber. It was supposed to be sepia, so let's take sepia on top of that. Sepia. And maybe you can put a tiny bit of crimson red, Crimson Lake in there. Tiny bit of the Crimson Red too. sepia. Tiny bit of the salmon. First time that I look on the camera, I hope I have been inside all the time. Not gonna know until I start editing. So this is Puppy Red. Crimson Lake. Crimson Lake. And sepia. Put Puppy Red on this one. That's Carmine. Puppy Red on this one. And we're gonna shade it on the bottom with sepia. I think I have to empty my sharpener when I start making that noise. Start getting full. And I can put a tiny bit of highlight, but very little, on this dot in this area with salmon. It has a highlight in here. This is salmon. And then Crimson Red, Puppy Red. Continue the highlighting here with the salmon. But I'm gonna put the salmon, but I want to put on top the neon. Light umber on the bottom. Okay, let's see. Light umber. Let's shade. See what gonna do, gonna shade the top. This is Crimson Lake. And dark purple. Take green. Let's put a tiny bit of the neon in there too. Seeing that it have so much texture yet in here. This is a pale vermilion. Light umber in there. Poppy red, if I find it. Okay, poppy red, and I'm gonna continue and finish filling this one up. Many of the petals that we have are very dark. The ones that are left, we have many that are very dark. We have to fade into the black. And you cannot see them on the photograph. I was able to see them because they were, I was using one of those light boxes, but in the photo I cannot see that one. Let's see, there's a very light spot in here, so I'm gonna put the in here salmon and the neon orange, and the remainder, let's see this color. I'm gonna put the poppy red, but it's the same color as this one. Let's put first the Crimson Lake. Put the Crimson Lake on this one. And it's got, and I have to put the dark purple or I'm gonna lose. Dark purple. Anyway, that is so dark. That one is so dark. Poppy red. Up to here, and the remainder I'm gonna put the Crimson Lake. Okay, but that is not seen, almost not seen, except for there's a highlighting here. This is salmon, and then let's put a lot of the dark purple in the here. And sepia. Can hardly see that. Let's put Poppy Red on top of this highlight. And Crimson Lake. Finish this in here. Let's take Crimson Lake. Make that very dark in there. Let's take a tiny bit of Carmine Red on top of this. But it also has light umber. A tiny section of highlight. This one, crimson. And there's a division in here, dark purple. I don't remember where it was, but I'm just gonna put it in there. I lost my lines. I'm gonna put sepia underneath, on top of that. Remember, sepia. Poppy Red. blend this in here with the poppy red. Let's put it on top. The area that it is in the design is not an area that should be too light. We have those highlights in there, but it shouldn't be too light. Well, we have only one more petal that we can see. Oh, we don't see nothing of that. So I'm just going to put the darkest color that I have in here, the dark purple. And maybe some black. And this one I'm gonna start with Crimson Lake. Let's put some dark purple. And some sepia. And okay, I'm going to take a set for this section in here where I'm gonna put what was this section in here where I'm gonna put this Crimson Lake. The remainder I'm gonna fill in with the dark purple. I can see this section. Okay, let's see. Let's put a tiny bit of Crimson. It was Crimson Lake, right? Crimson Lake. In here. Trying to cover all my graphite lines, and I'm going to use some of that sepia behind. Because it is casting a shadow. yes, even though it is like that in the photograph, you know, this doesn't have to be exactly like the photo. It can be even better than the photo. I don't know if that's possible, but oh, I'm sorry, this is Carmine Red. Carmine Red. Just to give it some interest. It's not like that in the photo I am making now. I am on my own now. I'm filling this with Carmine Red. And let's put a tiny bit more of the permanent red. Let's put some of the light umber. Okay, let's see. Tiny bit of the crimson in here. Just to make it better than the photo. Okay, so down here we have another very dark petal, but this one has light sections. I'm just gonna stop because I need to bring some water for me, and I will be coming back to continue this red rose. It's almost February, so this will be like a Valentine's Day piece. And looking at it, I don't think this is good in here to be this thick, so I'm gonna put the Crimson Lake and the dark purple to make it skinnier. Okay, I'm gonna stop for a second.